Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Hope all of you are watching my videos and sharing my videos to the videos to others and also subscribing for my videos. But not many have subscribed for my channel. So please I request you to subscribe my channel and help me to grow my channel and bring it more and more content to you and enhance your knowledge in the field of management. Yes, please, if you have not subscribe it right now. Yes, and please write some comments, correct your opinion about the classes and what else you are looking for in my classes that will help me to improve on. Yes, as you know, topic 1, that is chapter 1, Introduction to Management, we have completed. Today we are starting with the second chapter that is called as Planning. Planning is very important function and very first function in management. See, planning not only holds good for manager, it also holds good for human being. One of the experts says that one of the feature of being human is we plan. Human being plan. So planning is so basic for all of us. Planning is so important for all of us. We don't do any activity without planning. If we perform any activity without planning, it will be a failure. And planning holds good in all the context, correct? In all the aspects of your life, planning is very important. And without planning, no activity can go further. That is why the very first function of management deals with planning. It teaches, so here, my aim is to teach you how to plan. What are the steps you have to follow to plan your activity so that your plan will never be failure? And always you are able to achieve your task as per the plan. Because I told you earlier also, management is all about laying down objectives and achieving objectives. In order to achieve objectives, you should have plan. That is why planning plays very important role here. Let us see what is planning. We start with meaning of planning. So there are numerous definitions of planning, but some definition I picked up which I really felt will tell you the full meaning of planning. So definition of planning. Planning is deciding in advance what to do. Please underline. Planning answers all these queries. It answers you what to do, how to do, when to do, and who's going to do it. Kuhn and O'Donnell, very important thinker in the field of management, who defined the subject management by saying that management is an art of getting things done through people and with the people. He is of opinion that planning is deciding in advance what has to be done, how it has to be done, when it has to be done, and who's going to do that. All these questions, see what, how, when, who. All 4 questions, if you can answer, your planning is completed. That is what is planning according to him. The next function of planning given by Alford and Beatty, he says that planning is thinking process, an organized foresight, our vision based on fact experience that is required for intelligent action. He says very clearly that planning is not doing. It is something different from doing. Because doing is physical, planning is mental. It is mental ability. It is thinking process. It's an organized foresight, a vision based on fact experience that is required for intelligent action. So that is what is the definition of planning given by Alford Beatty. So by now you must have learned what is planning. So planning is deciding the future course of action in advance, which involves deciding about what has to be done, who is that to be done, how it has to be done, correct, and when it has to be done. So what are the features the planning should have? So the features of planning. As I tell you, planning should have some features. Then only your planning activity is said to be successful one. If you plan something, but that plan does not have these features, then we can't call your planning is good one and it is going to be successful one. So identify whether my planning is proper or not. You can do it by knowing the features of planning. Please underline the first feature of planning is the planning is goal oriented. Please make a note of it. Very important point. Don't plan if you don't have a goal. See, for example, you have a goal to excel in your board exam. Correct? You wanted to excel your board exam. Minimum 95% marks you want to score. That's your goal. Then your planning should be for that goal. You don't have plan only, no, whatever marks I score, I'll be happy. I don't have any such ambition. Then no planning is required. Take life how it comes. You study one day before, go and write exam, you get some marks, be happy with that. So that is what says without goals planning is not like. So the first thing is before you plan, you think whether you have a goal on which you are planning. So planning is goal oriented. Then I told you earlier also, planning is very first function of management. That is called as primary function. I told you before also, management starts with planning and management ends with controlling. So it's a cyclical phase. Starts with plan, comes to an end at control. So and planning is all pervasive. I told you, one of the experts says that one of the features of human is they plan. So it's so tendency of people is to plan. We plan everything. It happens or it don't happen, we don't care. But we plan. We plan our life. We plan our career. Correct? We plan our studies. We plan about our business. What business I'm going to do. When I'm going to do. How I'm going to do. I have to answer all these things. So that is why we say planning is all pervasive. It was good for all activities of your life. Then planning is mental exercise, nothing to do with physical. Planning is not physical activity, children. Doing is physical activity. Planning is mental exercise. You think what to be done, how it has to be done, who will do it. Lot of time a manager spends in planning, less time he spends in implementation. Then planning is continuous process. I told you functions of management are cyclical in nature. One function will get over, second function will start. Second function will get over, third will start. That is why we say planning never comes to an end. Even all of you in your life also when planning have come to an end, when you child, you plan about, correct, when I go to first standard, what I'll do. When you are in 10th, you plan about what I'll do in my PUC, right? Or in my 11th and 12th. Then when you are in 11th, you think what I should do. Planning. Then after if you're doing your engineering, after engineering, what I will do. Should I do MBA? Correct? Should I do MTech? Or I'll go abroad? I'll do in India? So many things you do. So it's a continuous process. Planning will never come to an end. Then planning involves choice. Very important. See, planning should not be rigid. Where I'll do this only. No, I will do MBBS only. If not MBBS, nothing I'm going to do. You cannot have like that. Planning should have a choice. Yes, MBBS is fine. But not MBBS, what else? Yes, MBA is fine. But not MBA, what else? See, you can't do planning if there are you can't do planning if there are no choice in your plan. Have choice. Why choice? So that you can select one alternative from the available alternatives. Then planning is forward looking. I told you, Kuhn O'Donnell very clearly says that planning is deciding well in advance. So it is forward looking. What is going to happen in future, you are thinking now. Then planning is flexible. Planning never be rigid, children, because now because of this pandemic you must have seen that whatever we plan today, we don't know tomorrow it is going to happen or not, because we have seen people losing their life. Correct? You have heard about people losing their job, people losing their life, people losing their loved ones, everything. What business which was doing very well have came down to dust. The business which was not at all there during pandemic have come to the boom. Anything may happen at any time. That is why planning cannot be rigid. The planning has to be very flexible. Then please understand the next feature of planning is an integrated process. See, you can't do plan as an individual activity. Always you should do planning based upon your other activities. Like for example, controlling. When planning is going on, organizing should go on simultaneously. Staffing should go on simultaneously. Then controlling should go on simultaneously. You can't keep plan as an individual activity and manage planning as an individual activity. That is highly impossible one to do. Then planning, I told you very important elements of management is two. That is efficiency and effectiveness. Hope you remember that. Write in comment box if you remember the meaning. What is efficiency and effectiveness? Planning should have both effectiveness as well as efficiency. Doing things right? And doing the right things. Both the things should be taken care by planning. If you can't do that, then your planning will not be considered as successful one. Yes, hope you are able to follow the features of planning. Yes, we have done with meaning and definition of plan. Then we have done with features of plan. Now let us do about the relationship between correct, the relationship between the planning and controlling. I told you planning is the first function, controlling is the last function. But both of them are very much related. So that's what I am teaching you now. The relationship between planning and controlling. Both of them are inseparable because controlling the first step is laying down plan. Correct? Laying down standards. Laying down standards is nothing but planning. That is why both of these are complementary to each other. Both of us cannot sustain without the other one. That is why the relationship between these two is considered as very prominent. Just have a look here. The diagram, what I am showing you now, talks about that. Yeah. Yes, planning and controlling relationship is depicted in the problem. Hope you are seeing, see the diagram. Planning and controlling relationship. See, planning, you have planned something like, for example, I'm the bank manager, I have planned to open one branch in one more area. That is what I have planned. Now I have to implement that plan. Yes, I have to implement it. I have to identify the place where I can open my branch. I should open it. Then what happens? Controlling will happen. The top management will control whether branch is open, whether branch is working properly, is that everything fine? That is what is called as controlling. So planning, then implementation, then controlling. If controlling is wrong, you have not done properly, corrective actions to be done. No, you have to tell manager, no, place you have identified for branch is not good, please change it. Corrective action. Or if you have done that is undesirable deviation, is there immediately take action. But if you are doing it in the right direction and everything is fine, then no undesirable deviation from plan, then done. You have achieved your task. Now you move on to the other steps in planning. That is the new plan will commence. So that is what the relationship between planning and controlling. Yes, hope you are able to understand the very first module with the second module we started today, and first part of planning, the meaning and definition of plan, features of plan, and relationship between planning and controlling. So hope you understood it. Please, I request again, subscribe to my channel and share my share my videos to others, those who can get benefits from it, and don't forget to write comments. Okay, see you in the next class. Take care.